They're going to red flag the event. They're going to stop the field, restart the race, and try and settle it.
And no! Steve Grissom with a horrible crash and fire on the racetrack.
It's knocked the gas tank out of the 41 car. That's what we see blazing over there. Is I think the gas tank is over against the wall.
This is at the end of the backstretch. Greg Sachs has stopped over there, but the ambulance is on the scene very quickly. Here is a replay.
And we see him back at the very end of the screen. Right there. Right there is the white car. And Spencer sideways, and Steve Grissom trying to dodge Spencer. Just all of a sudden, boom, and look at the car go up in the air. That's the Mike Skinner car. Yep. Mike Skinner and Steve Grissom tried to dodge Skinner. I mean, the 23 car of Spencer. And look, there's the gas tank.
Yes.
Hang on a second. I'll show you this gas tank, folks, as it goes across the racetrack. Right up there is the gas tank.
And it makes contact. It impacts the wall and then splits open, and the fire begins.
I think other cars will go through there, and the exhaust is going to ignite. There we see that car. That's Mike Wallace's Spam car. Goes through the gasoline and ignites it as it goes through.
And there is Kenny Wallace as he goes through also. May have made contact there with Grissom's car as it still has not stopped rolling or pirouetting. And the wall just, and there is where Grissom made contact with that inside wall, and it split it right in two in several places.
Obviously, you can see that the race has been red flagged by the NASCAR officials to get all the safety equipment there that they need. Hard impact with the wall from Grissom as he tried to avoid the 23 car.
We understand that they have gotten him out of the car. He is on the stretcher and being loaded into the ambulance. The Primestar 500 has been red flagged here at Atlanta because of a horrifying crash involving Steve Grissom. Now, we did see him holding his own oxygen mask as he was loaded into the ambulance, and he even waved as he went into the ambulance. The ambulance has arrived at the Infield Medical Center, and of course he will be checked over there, and if necessary will be transferred somewhere else. This accident occurred very, very quickly, as most of them do. We're going to take another look at the replay since we now know that apparently there's no serious injury.
This could be it for the win. It's raining and really picking up now.
Here comes the caution.
Here comes the caution. Yellow is out. Bobby Labonte leads him across.
Just remember, it's got to go halfway plus one lap
And
for
we're
an
at
official
193,
race.
and we're in a frog swallower. It's raining a gusher. The 4 car has spun, bringing out caution. Bobby Labonte leading.
Fifth caution of the day, lap 194.
And you can see the rain right there as it continues to fall on the Charlotte Motor Speedway in this packed house.
Let me correct myself. Halfway is 200. It's 400 laps, so that would be halfway.
2 leaders come by under caution.
Crew's putting tarps down on pit road, protecting their areas, going to try to keep them as dry as they can, but you're not going to keep much dry right now. It's coming down hard.
Let's let Jimmy have his discussion with the NASCAR official. We'll get back. Well, here he is now. Jimmy, get you to turn around just a second. The two-tire call may have just done what you wanted it to.
Well, we'll just wait and see here. We haven't quite got to halfway, so we get to halfway and the rain stays. You know, it may be a big deal. You know, it was a gamble. You know, we weren't that good behind cars and traffic. Our car picked up a pretty bad push, so we thought possibly if we got out front, we could hold them off for a little while, even with just 2 tires. He was able to do it, but you know, it's just a gamble.
It's a gamble that so far has paid off just the way they wanted it to. You get the idea. Everybody's scrambling quite a bit to get dry, Ken.
Everyone trying. And now the cars are brought onto pit road. We'll be back with more of the story in this very unusual moment in Winston Cup racing right after these messages. At the Charlotte Motor Speedway, lap 195 of the 38th annual Coca-Cola 600. And the only competition at this point would be an ugly umbrella contest. It is pouring.
It is pouring, but NASCAR says just behind this line of storms, it's clear back there. We have lights. They're going to finish this race, I think.
Our leader is Bobby Labonte. Here comes number 4, Sterling Marlin's rig, back on the hook. Happened just as we came to that caution. Let's talk with one of the leading principals in tonight's event.
Yes, we're in the car hauler with Sterling Marlin. Hadn't been a great night, but it has been eventful. Tell us about your race.
It's going to take a while. We had a real good car, the Kodak Chevy, run good, and started 29th and worked way up, and we was about a 10th quicker later in clean traffic, and got up, pitted, had some loose lug nuts, had to put under the green and get them off, and put another tire on it, and went back out and run good, and let's see, 22 car and the 87, I guess, hit off turn 2, and I was behind the 36 and got on the brakes, keep hitting him, spun, hit the inside wall. Get in the pits, get that fixed, and it'd been to rear-end housing a little bit, so we was okay there. So come down pit road, and hey, you're 10 foot from the line, and the stop and go man throws the stop paddle up. You can't stop a car, get another penalty, and then the cloud burst comes in, and you hit the fence down there. So it's been a good night, been a good week for us.
You ready to get the rain tires next time?
I'm going to the house before anything else happens.
Thanks, Sterling. Alan?
He might also tell you that the 37 car of Jeremy Mayfield. Oh my goodness, wrong through. Big crash, a car upside down here on the main straightaway.
Oh, keep going, it's here, keep going.
I believe.
And the track looks to be blocked. Well, there is one lane. The cars are going by there. There's Brett Bodine's involved.
Bobby Hamilton, Derrike Cope.
Hutch Strickland gets going. Bobby Hamilton gets going again.
Now there appears to be a fire in the 96 car.
It's over by the brake master cylinder on the car. Derrike Cope's Skittles car is involved.
The race has been red flagged. Here's what happened.
Oh, a car. There's the car that's upside down.
That's Cope. I mean, David Green.
That's upside down?
Yeah. And another car sliding behind.
Here we see David Green, the cat car, coming off the corner. And Derrike Cope loses control. He goes up, slams in the 96 car, hit hard blow to the wall. He gets up on his roof, slides down the racetrack, and somewhere about here it's going to go back on its wheels. There it goes over and on its wheels.
Listen and watch. Now the rescue crew is there at David Green's car. There's Dr. Jerry Punch.
Well, the good news is down here that the safety crews are on the scene immediately, and they were talking to David Green a moment ago, and now they have been able to get David Green up out of the car, sitting there on the edge of the door there. They have put a cervical collar around his neck that is precautionary. That kind of tumble, that kind of rollover, they put a C-collar on a cervical collar to protect his neck. Obviously very, very groggy, but Sammy Johns, who's the crew chief for David Green in the Caterpillar car, had gone out a moment ago and actually spoken to David, so that's the best news. He was awake and alert, sitting there on the side of the car. He will be placed in an ambulance. They have a very, very good service here from Bristol Regional Medical Center, an advanced life support ambulance. They will take him to the infield care center, I'm sure, to be checked out. And usually in this kind of incident, because of the violence of the rollover and the tumble, they will take him to a hospital nearby for precautionary x-ray.
Well,
lost a little fur, though, didn't it?
Yeah, the cat is a mess, I'll tell you that. But thank goodness David is awake and alert on his way to be checked over. But preliminary indications are that he was not seriously injured in this crash.